Hello, thank you for joining us on Monday with the Mayor. This is Prisma Lopez-Marin for 18 WJTS, and we are here with Mayor Denny Spinner.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You know, with this coming a lot of events with all this nice weather, and of course it's spring, and so could we talk about the great results that happened for the gala?
Right. The Huntingburg Merchants Association did a gala in March as a fundraiser for the downtown and also to support the merchants' work that's going on. And we have a very active and vibrant merchants group in our downtown, as you can tell when you drive down 4th Street. But as part of the gala, they did a silent auction and fundraising and also a live auction. But the proceeds for that was designated towards helping the Huntingburg Volunteer Fire Department. So that was a great cause. Each year they identify a cause to go to that. And at our recent Board of Public Works meeting last week, the head of the Merchants Association, Linda Gallhausen, was here and presented a check to our merchants from the Merchants Association to the Huntingburg Volunteer Fire Department in the amount of $4,000. So that is quite, and it's used. Yeah. It can be used for anything that the fire department needs to use. I think they're designated towards some equipment as you have those constant costs of replacing equipment and keeping things up to date. But that just tells you the kind of commitment that our community has. We thank the merchants for their continued support. And I know Fire Chief Pat Berg was very appreciative of that amount, and we just wanted to publicly acknowledge that again, that the merchants recognize the value, the time, the commitment that our volunteer fire department puts into to their work, and this is just a way for them to help pay back to those who support them as well. So we just wanted to thank the merchants for their continued support of the fire department, and we look forward to another very successful gala next year. They had a great crowd. It was a lot of fun. And if when you see that advertisement come up next year, please go. Tables are available. So it was a great event.
It was the second annual.
Yes, it was the second time for that. Yes.
So for next year would be the 3rd annual, and I understand that not just people from Huntingburg were there. But
oh yeah, we had a large variety, a great crowd. They had good food and good music, everything you'd want to have at a dance. Got a chance to dress up a little bit, you know, put on a suit and tie, and it was a lot of fun. We had, of course, the volunteer firemen were there in support of it as well. So it was a good evening, and we look forward to having another such opportunity next spring.
Good. Well, speaking of incredible events and a lot of things going on for the Huntingburg community, there's also something incredible that's coming up this weekend.
This is one of the busiest Saturdays in town. It's a great event, a couple of really great events. It's 3 or 4 together to make it a very exciting day. Of course, that's our Garden Gate Festival. A lot of organizations have come together to make this day possible. Last year on this weekend, we had probably between 3,000 and 4,000 people participate as part of the festival. Wow. Weather right now looks like it's going to be great. But the Garden Gate Festival is this Saturday. It's all in downtown Huntingburg. It starts off at 8 o'clock with the Huntingburg Kiwanis Club's annual car show. That'll take place on the east end of 4th Street. So that'll take place basically from Main to Van Buren. Classic cars, a variety of cars, a great car show that'll happen starting at 8 o'clock in the morning. So early in the day, you can come down and stroll the street and take a look at the cars from around the area and support our Kiwanis Club in that. At 10 o'clock on Saturday morning is the 5K run, 5 and 10K run that will all jazzed up. That will start on the west end of 4th Street, right in front of Current Blend, where that will organize. And there's both a 5 and 10K walk run. And again, that's a great program that supports Make-A-Wish, and it does a great fundraising here that's happened for a long time. But now it's in conjunction. Last year was the first time they did it in conjunction with the Garden Gate Festival, so they're continuing that this year. And that's at 10 o'clock. At 11 o'clock, the art market will open up in the Market Street area, which is a precursor to the next big event, which is the Wine and Craft Beer and Jazz Festival, which starts at noon in the Market Street Park area. So again, we'll have 4 different groups providing music during the day for the Jazz Festival. In addition to the Jasper High School Jazz Ensemble, we'll kind of fill the gap between performances. A great group of, if you ever heard the Jasper Jazz Ensemble, Jasper High School, a great group group, award-winning. They will be performing. Lots of local talent, but then we've got some professional jazz performers coming in for the rest of the day, and that'll last till 8 o'clock. The actual the entry point of coming into the Jazz Festival this year will be entering off of 4th Street, right near Current Blend. So if you're coming to the event, make sure you pass through that area. That's where you can sign up for the wine tasting. We have 10 wineries from all Indiana wineries, different wineries from around the state that will be available for you for tasting as part of your entry fee. And there's also going to be craft beer in the beer garden from local craft beer. So it's a taste of Indiana basically across the road. It's Indiana wine, Indiana beer. What could be better? And great music. So what more could you ask for? We think that this will be our 5th year for this. The Chamber of Commerce is the lead agency on that, but it's a great support from our community corporate sponsors, from the city. Everybody works together for this event, and again, I think the weather looks like it's going to be very nice on Saturday. So from 8 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock in the evening.
It's a whole day event.
Come on down, and there's something for everybody downtown. Again, it's just a great, another great community gathering spot, and really having the Wine and Jazz Festival in that location was kind of the beginning of our thoughts of what Market Street Park will become as we move through the Stellar project. The fact that you can use that space as a place to gather in the heart of our downtown. That festival kind of opened our eyes to what could happen, and as we move through the Stellar project for Market Street Park, it's this is the kind of the incentive to get it to a point where we can do regular events beyond just a large event like this, where we could have a regular presence in our downtown for this type of gathering. So I want to thank everybody who's worked on the committee and worked to prepare for this, and we just look forward to seeing everybody on Saturday in downtown.
And is there an admission for
right? That's $5 for adults. Just if you just want to get in and not taste wine, it's $5. Okay. For $15, you get a wristband that allows you to do all the tasting, and you get a glass. So you get souvenir glass. So for $15, it's all you can do all the tasting, and you can do that. So it's a minimal charge for a full day of activity. So yeah, it's a good fundraiser for our Chamber of Commerce as well. So it's a way to support them.
Okay, so it's all good and fun, but it's also for a good cause.
That's right, exactly.
And then also following that, the following week on Tuesday, there will be a meeting regarding the 4th Street. Right.
As your viewers might be aware of, that we're in the very much getting ready to launch the project in downtown for the replacement of the 4th Street water line project, the cured in place lining project. Next Monday, there will be a private meeting here in our City Hall with all the contractors, all the local departments, so we can get that all planned out. But there'll be 2 times on Tuesday, on April 19th, when the public can come. It'll be the same presentation at both meetings, but we wanted to have one in the morning and one in the afternoon to hit different audiences. Representatives from Midwestern Engineers, which is our engineering firm, who helped us design the project, the City of Huntingburg, and the contractor will be on hand at 9 o'clock in the morning and at 5 o'clock in the evening in this room in the council chambers. To basically, they're going to give an overview of the project, explain how the project works, what some of the logistics of it all, how it's going to affect traffic, those types of things. And then allow some time for question and answer from the general public. It's more specifically targeted to our residents and businesses in the downtown, but anyone is welcome to come and hear about the project. The construction is expected to start the following week on the 25th of April, so we wanted to have as much public information as we could in advance of that. And also our plan is that after the public meetings on that Tuesday, a lot of that same information will be posted on our website. So for those who cannot attend the meetings, that we'll have a lot of information out there to answer some of the basic questions. So it's an exciting project. I know it's going to be something that will be, there will be times of inconvenience, certainly. But hopefully as we communicate with those involved, we can minimize that amount of inconvenience, still get a great project done, and hopefully get this all put together and completed in a 45 to 60 day period. So it's temporary, there's inconvenience, and the long-term benefit of this is we've got a solid infrastructure in our heart of our downtown, replacing a line that's over 100 years old. and allowing us to assure those who have invested in 4th Street that investment is worth that's supported by the city by our investment as well. So our water crews will be working on that. There's some site work, preparation work going on this week, so you might see some activity downtown in preparation for this work. But again, public meetings at 9 a.m. and at 5 p.m. on the 19th here at City Hall for anybody who wants to come and hear more about that project.
Yeah, and it's definitely very important for the community to participate in these types of events so that
Right.
you are informed.
Every project that we've had as part of our Stellar program has an intentional public relations piece. We've asked in all our proposals, as those proposals are coming in, we want to see how you're going to communicate with the public. That's one of the reasons our Stellar project has been successful, not only from the very beginning, from the application process through now. It's a very intentional part of what we want to do. We want to inform the public. These are opportunities for you to come and ask your questions. So, some of the responsibility lies with the community as well. We're giving you opportunities. Please come and listen and ask your questions. And not that this is the only time that can happen, but we can answer a lot of questions in a shorter period of time. But I really want to encourage people to come and hear what's being said and be part of the process.
Yeah, well, thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you always for having us here.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for Monday with the Mayor. This has been Prisma Lopez-Marin with WJTS.